RJ here today. Let's talk about the S25 Ultra Galaxy AI. All right, all right, all right, all right. Uh, I would typically say that I am excited, but I'm trying to find what I'm supposed to be excited about. Okay, new design. That's great. It looks great. It looks like the old Ultra phones, like the S21 Ultra, or the S20 Ultra, because back in the day, which is 4 years ago, back in the day, you used to have something that's similar to this. It's like a rounded Ultra type phone that's not what the Note is now. Because now, technically, when you have the S Ultra, it's basically a Note. I think beginning with the 22, the S22 Ultra, that's when it really became a Note. And then it has these cameras, and these cameras are here for the last 3 years, so nothing has really changed there. In terms of, I mean, yeah, you can say like, yeah, it looks better, but it looks better, but is it actually better? Hopefully, maybe the software could probably be better. Maybe there's no room for a micro SD card slot, so yeah. There's no room for a headphone jack, so there's no room because because there's a 5,000 milliamp hour battery and an S Pen. There's no room for a bigger battery, even though other companies have 6,000 milliamp hour battery with silicon carbonate battery technology. So, but there's no room, so there's that. But anyways, it's really got all of the good stuff. Like it has everything that you would want for the upper end average consumer. Like seriously, I would talk to regular people and then they'll be like, "What's a headphone jack?" I wish I was joking, but I'm not. So, there's that, and a lot of really good software. So I have to say, if you were to justify $1,300 to buy this phone, your number one justification is software, because you have 7 years of OS update. The only other rival is Google, pretty much. So if you want 7 years of OS update, you have one other company that does that, which is Google. So however much or however long they decided that those software updates are going to be, because yeah, they say 7 years, but we will believe it when we see it, because I really want to see the S24, because the S24 was the beginning of the 7 years of OS update. So I want to see that all the way through 2031. Because that's 7 years. So I want to see that all the way till 2031 with all of those OS updates. Or security patches and things like that. I really want to see that coming through, because that's how we know. Yeah, store up to 1 TB of storage. So, because it doesn't have a micro SD card slot, therefore you only have 1 TB of storage, which, granted, I have to admit one terabyte is a good enough spot for Android gaming and emulation without it being overkill. Because I have a 1.5 TB micro SD card in my phone, and I managed to get 800 gigs of stuff in there. And yeah, it's ever gonna expand, but it's just I'm at a somewhat like a stopping point where I'm like, okay, yeah, I could get more games, but I'm just gonna play with the games that I have. It's getting to that point, but I feel like with 1 TB, because then you'll be storing music, photos, movies, video games. So I feel like that's probably a good stopping point. But, of course, it would be monumentally better. And if and when they decided to do it, which I'm really leaning towards if, but if Samsung ever brings back micro SD card slot, instant sold. That is a instant sold, because I feel like micro SD card slot, the latest chip with 7 years of OS update, that is a instant sold, because then I really have no other reason to get something else. But knowing that that's not true, I'll stick with my Xperia 1.5. But whenever that is true, let me know, because I am definitely interested in a phone with 1 TB of internal storage plus micro SD expansion. That is fantastic. But whenever that happens. So we move on to all of the software AI stuff, which, is that true? Are they really making you pay after 2 years? Because if that's true, that's pretty bad. Because that means that all of this stuff is just limited to whatever these texts tells you. So, on to the software. Or specs. You got the Snapdragon 8 Elite, which is fantastic. I heard that's a great chip. It's a very powerful chip. It's a pretty hot chip, which I feel like phones, Red Magic S10 Pro Plus Ultra Pro Max, yeah, whichever that newer Red Magic is, that has a cooling fan, I think that's perfect for it. But too bad that phone doesn't have micro SD card slot, because if it does, instant sold. But anyways, now 200 megapixel, 6.9 inch screen, giggity, that's nice. So we like that. And 200 megapixel camera, that's fantastic. And then the charging speeds are the same, so alright. I don't think that matters too much, but it might in a pinch, where you really need that faster charging speed. That might really matter to you. But I am most people when it comes to charging. I just charge at night, call it a day. Yeah, I just charge it when I go to sleep, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I feel like that's fine. So there's a deal. You can get this phone with a $200 Amazon gift card for this. So technically, it's like $1,100 because then you have the Amazon gift card. It's probably like $1,100. If those are interested, I'll leave a link to this one down below so then you can purchase it and support me at the same time. Hopefully, no extra cost to you. So there's that. And overall, I feel like, yeah, that's great. It's really now an S Ultra because the boxy design was always kind of a Note thing. And hey, here's still waiting for them to bring back the Note with the micro SD card slot and a headphone jack. Oof. Man, if they do that like a Note 26 Ultra, wow. They could sell it for $1,500. I think people will still buy it, just because the fact that it's money well spent. Because if you really think about it, with a let's say a hypothetical Note 26 Ultra, right, with the micro SD card slot with the 6,500 milliamp hour battery, because why not do the silicone carbonate thing and then do that for like a 6,000? Because I seen some phone like the Red Magic phone having 7,000. No. Let's do $7,000. Let's do a 7K battery. Let's bring back the Bluetooth function on the S Pen, because if y'all think I forgot about that, I did not. So let's bring back the Bluetooth function of the S Pen, because that was really good. And then 7 years of OS update. Let's get rid of the AI, because I feel like if it's gonna be a limited time anyways, let's get rid of it. Like I would, if there's a box that's saying no AI, I will check that box and then lower the price or something if possible. Yeah, I would definitely check that box and then carry on with my merry way. So if a hypothetical Note 26 Ultra exists, that would be great, but it won't, because that's what you call wishful thinking. So that's not gonna happen. But anyways, for the phone as is, yeah, it's not great. It's not bad. It's just for what you pay for. I really wish we could have had more, but I really want to see the sales number speaks for itself, because they are slowly taking away features. Because all the way up from the Note 9, you had a Bluetooth S Pen, you could take pictures. And now you're taking that away. Is that brave? Is that courage that you're doing? So, if that's courage and that's brave, then alright. But let's see the sales figure speaks for themselves. Because if this thing can sell well, there's nothing we can do. We just have to accept the fact that it sells well and carry on with life. Because honestly, in the smartphone space, that's really what we've been doing. We just kind of take it and move on, and then just purchase the phones that really speaks to us. Because there are phones still that has micro SD card slot and a headphone jack. Those phones do exist. I would know because I'm holding one right now. So those phones still exist. So, is it bleak? Yeah. Will it get better? I hope so. Well, that's pretty much it. If you're new to the channel, hey, thank you for watching. Welcome. Click subscribe, thumbs up, bell, like, comment for more content. You guys stay awesome.